Dear listeners and viewers from all over the world,
the purpose of this film
is to express our objection
to what is currently happening in Poland.
This is a voice of Polish lawyers of various professions.
Advocates, judges, attorneys, prosecutors,
university professors and students like me.
Our common democratic home is being
dismantled by those at power
piece by piece,
in breach of our constitution
and the rule of law in Poland.
Our civil and human rights are being threatened.
The lack of constitutional protection,
because our constitutional tribunal is paralyzed, means that it is now
possible to pass any law by the ruling majority.
Even the most irresponsible and the most unwise law,
such as Holocaust bill.
We disagree with the interference with our
constitutional tribunal, which has become politically dependent.
We disagree with the unification of the role
of the Prosecutor General and the Minister of Justice,
leading to political influence on the prosecution of people who oppose the government.
It leads to political influence on the prosecution of people,
like in communist era.
We disagree with the devastation
of the judicial system
and its independence.
With Minister of Justice nominees appointed as presidents of the courts, people with no experience or stature.
A democratic system cannot force a judge to be dependent on the prosecutor.
We disagree with the political takeover of the National Judiciary Council.
Its current members were ousted
before the end of their terms
and are to be replaced by 15 judges associated with the Prosecutor General.
We disagree with the devastation of the Supreme Court, with the immediate dismissal
of almost half of the Supreme Court judges being forced into retirement at the age of 65,
including the President of a court before the end of her 6 years constitutional term of office.
We disagree with the political dependence of the Supreme Court chamber,
responsible for election control.
This is the end of our stable democratic system.
We disagree with the new election rules, making election clerks
dependent on the ruling party and allowing elections to be falsified.
We disagree with the political takeover of the national media,
which has turned into a government propaganda machine.
We disagree with the laws allowing the government to invigilate
citizens without due case and court control.
We disagree with the government's offensive attacks on the European Union.
Poles are both Polish and EU citizens.
Europe is our home, and EU institutions are also our institutions.
We disagree with the government's attitude to the refugee crisis
and the lack of solidarity with those EU members who are helping.
Our solidarity heritage is being called into question.
We disagree
with restriction of women's rights.
We disagree with the devastation of our environment, blocking green energy solutions,
cutting the last primeval Białowieża forest with breach of EU law.
We disagree with the history politics,
including politically driven changes of museum exhibitions and the falsification of history.
We disagree with the so-called Holocaust bill.
This law restricts basic democratic values,
such as the freedom of debate.
We are proud of many aspects of our history,
but we are also aware of the dark sides.
And who is to judge this law now?
A politically dependent constitutional tribunal